So you also refer to yourself as BBW, and that's like big, beautiful woman. So
It interchanges.
yeah, it's because you balance between like hella thick. Do I say it funny?
Like I was always calling myself BBW. I used to be like really overweight, and I lost 100 pounds 2 years ago. So like,
Congrats.
right? But I gained weight again because of Corona. We're all locked inside. I'm not out like dancing at a rave every weekend, you know. So I did gain weight. So I'm like, damn, like I'm kind of thick. And then every time I call myself fat or whatever, the boys or my friends will just be like, no, you're not fat. You're hella thick. You're not thick. You're hella thick. Fuck them. And I'm like, okay, I'm hella thick.
So hella thick fairy princess and BBW Bella Delphine.
Belle Delphine.
Why don't you explain who Bella Delphine is? Or Belle Delphine.
Belle Delphine is like, I would call her an e-girl, but she's more like softcore. I don't know. She had a Patreon. She's like she doesn't even really, she just started posting porn on her OnlyFans and stuff like for Christmas. Like yeah, it was like a big Christmas present. She had gotten kicked off the internet because she had a stalker. She had a stalker too, so she left the internet. Yeah, and then to make a big comeback, she jumped off her shed roof into a blow up pool and broke her arm, and then made that whole 6ix9ine parody music video. And I was like, this is great. And then she just does a lot of dress up stuff, you know, like
cosplay too.
Yeah, Belle Delphine and Rusty Fox, I'd say, are my inspiration. I was always like, oh, Belle Delphine. But now that I like look more, I'd say Rusty Fox is definitely more of my style. Belle Delphine's really like pink. And I'm just like, I love any kind of bright colors. And Rusty Fox is just like pastels and bright colors. And she has tattoos. And Belle's more soft.
Toronto ambiance.
Toronto ambience.
When I was waiting outside, there was a police car that sped down the street and he almost hit a car. Because that one car couldn't like pull out of the lane quick enough. And he was like here and he was half turned. And the cop was like, psh, and he almost hit him. And he like...
Toronto.
Yeah.
Only Toronto.
Learn how to drive.
Downtown Toronto. Jeez. So Rusty Fox is an adult star as well?
Yeah. I don't know if she posts porn. Like, obviously, Belle and Rusty both show, like, tits and ass, you know? But Belle just started posting porn around Christmas. It was a really big deal. She posted something controversial on Twitter. I don't think it's controversial because it's also my kink. And I can see how she posted it. She acts
Which was what? What did she post?
Well, Belle Delphine acts like a little girl. She's like into DDLG. So, you know.
The daddy role play.
Yeah.
And then she's daddy little girl.
Yeah, you know. And so she posted.
There's a lot of acronyms. Holy shit. Sorry.
This world is something else.
No, I just want, because our audience needs to get
of
all
course,
the acronyms,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not everyone knows this. So yeah, she's into like daddy dom little girl kink role play stuff. And she had posted a tweet, and it was like some photos from like her newest shoot, whatever. And it was CNC. And she obviously...
CNC.
Consensual non-consent.
Oh.
Yes, and she obviously has the little role of a little girl, so no one really liked that. But she usually wears a pink wig or something. And so for this shoot, she actually had her natural hair.
So controversial. I'm confused because if she was doing that in a porn scene, everyone's all for it.
It's because her like persona is like a little girl, and so people thought that she was condoning sexual assault against children. And you can see in the post she's dressed as herself. She's just wearing a dress and like some knee-high socks, but she literally had her own hair. She wasn't wearing a wig. She was showing that it was her, not her persona, you know? And she even made a tweet. She's like, I don't care what you guys say. This is the best sex I've had in how long? Like, it doesn't matter what you guys say. Like, this is my job. This is what I want to do, so I'm going to do it.
The backlash, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's weird because there's categories for that. And it's like, people will be okay with it in the category, but if the person performing in the category makes a statement, it's like, oh my gosh, let's crucify them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Freedom of speech, right? Damn. That is very interesting.
I thought it was kind of weird because I'm into DDLG and CNC. So I was like, oh, this is great. Like, I literally wanted to like get tied up and be put in the trunk too. Like, she just stole my idea, you know? And then I just saw all the backlash and I was like, I don't think that's appropriate, because everyone can see that she usually wears a wig, you know, and she wasn't wearing her wig there. She was clearly being herself.
But that's the thing about performing, right? I mean, a lot of us are into certain kinks and fetishes, but when it's also a part of our real life, that's the reality of it.
Like,
I mean, there's a place for it, but at the same time, you're also into it. So how do you show the real people, like people, the real you, if you don't promote what you're
judged.
into?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because it's not normal to the vanillas.